Bonjour lovelies! Today's video is sponsored by your favorite perfume company, Dossier. They boast quality fragrances for affordable prices. So guys, if you want to make use of this deal, don't forget to visit the description box down below where you will see the link to their website listed. Today I will be adding 2 new fragrances to my perfume collection. The first one we have here is the Gourmand White Flower, and we will be testing it on camera. So I'm so excited to use these new ones, guys, because when I tell you that Dossier lasts a long while, trust and believe. So let's try this one together and see what it smells like. This fragrance is inspired by Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb Eau de Parfum, and it includes bergamot, green tea, berries, white flowers, orchid, rose, and of course a touch of caramel and vanilla. And guys, the best thing about buying Dossier perfume is that they offer free return and free exchange. Now let's try this one. Wow, this one smells like flowers. It smells so feminine. It's giving brunch, it's giving date night, it's giving you can wear it at any time of the day. This one is so sweet yet so subtle, and I'm smelling flowers. I'm smelling kind of like orchid. Guys, this one smells so good. This smells so good. So I'll definitely say that this one is a feminine scent. So if you like the smell of flowers, or it's not sweet, but it's subtle, it's calm, but it has kind of like flower scent, then this is definitely for you. I love this one so much. It's giving. The next one we have here, guys, is the Aromatic Star Anise, and this one is inspired by Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette, and the top ingredients are pepper, star anise, lavender, nutmeg, amberwood. Let's see what it smells like. This one is good. It smells like something I've smelled before, but I just can't put my hands on it. This smells so good, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'd say that this one is gender neutral. So if you're a female and you like when your perfume scent is on the stronger side, then this is definitely for you. It's giving male to me, but I don't know if the Dior Sauvage is really for male. I think it's a feminine perfume, but it smells kind of on the stronger side. You see, like the first one is more subtle and flowery and rosy. This one is kind of on the stronger side, but it's not overpowering. Like these two scents, you guys, they are the bomb. I kid you not. I kid you not. These two scents smell so good. I would definitely gift somebody these perfumes just for them to try to see that I am not joking. These two perfumes smell really good. Wow, honestly, this one, I'm more of a girly girl when it comes on to perfume and cologne, sprays, body splash, but this one is definitely giving. This is giving going out in the night. This is giving going to a sports bar. This is giving going to a dinner, a 5-star dinner. This is giving going out with your boo. This is giving going out with your girls. This is giving, guys. Don't forget to visit the description box down below, guys. And guess what? Dossier is always having some sale, some percent off. Talking about percent off, in the description box, you will see the discount code to benefit from that. Let's now jump straight into our video for today. In today's video, I will be showing you how to write a successful letter of explanation. So please get your pen and your paper ready to take some notes. Before we start this video, guys, please note that I am not an immigration lawyer. I'm not a consultant. I just do research and find ways to help people achieve their goal of migrating to Canada. That being said, don't forget to show appreciation for this video by hitting like, subscribe to the channel, please guys. If you are new, your comments are always welcome, and don't forget to share this video. So guys, we have a little disclaimer for this video. Please note that this video will be seen by a lot of people, so make sure that you modify the letter before you use it as your own. Also, please note that everybody has their own way or their own style of writing a letter, and so this is just one of the many ways that you can write a letter of explanation. So now that you have your pen and your paper ready, let's begin. The first thing you have to note is that, as the name suggests, it is a letter of explanation, and so you have to treat it as such. This means that you have to have the addresses, you have to have your closure, your body, and every other aspect of a letter. Now let's begin. So the first thing you're going to write on your blank page is your address. I usually put this at the top left corner. Some people will tell you they put it at the right corner. I don't think it matters much, but I usually put it at the top left corner of my page. After you write your address, you skip a line, and in the second line you write High Commission of Canada in one line, and then under that you don't skip a line. Just beneath you put their address. The address for the High Commission of Canada is specific to your location. Some countries will have just one, some will have according to regions. So you just have to Google what's the address of the High Commission of Canada where you are situated, and you put it just below where you wrote High Commission of Canada. After that, you're going to skip a line and you put your date. After that, you skip a line, and I like to make it a little bit extra by putting attention : visa officer. Beneath that, I put subject: purpose of travel for a tourist visa. After that, I skip a line and I write Dear Sir / Madam : Just beneath this, we are going to write the body of our letter. Guys, I wish I could actually show you on the screen while I'm doing it, but it would take a lot to edit and I really have a lot going on. So I really should have said all of this at the beginning of the video, but just follow through. If you need to pause the video, feel free to pause the video and write as you go along. Now for the body of the letter, it's really up to you if you want to indent it or if you just want to start at the immediate corner. It's really up to you. It's not that serious. What is serious is the content of the letter. So I like to start by saying then you insert your name, let's say KrissTayne, passport number, for example, 123456, hereby apply for a Canada visitor visa. I would like to travel to Canada on November 4, 2023 and return home to Jamaica or wherever you live on November 18, 2023. So after you've given this little intro, it is now time to state the purpose of writing this letter or the purpose for applying for a Canada visitor visa. I make it specifically clear the purpose of this visit is to, for example, see my parents, see my aunt, attend a wedding, attend a graduation. Whatever your reason is, you state it and you elaborate a little. You don't want to go overboard. Remember, you want to keep your letter at most 2 pages. 1 page would be good. 1 page and a little, that's fine as well. But you don't want to go over 2 pages. So you give a little explanation, but not too much. After you've stated that you want to, for example, attend the wedding of your cousin, then you start to elaborate by saying, my favorite cousin that I grew up with, whom I haven't seen for 10 years, is now getting married, and I would like to attend her wedding, considering that she has never missed any of my milestones, and I feel like I would really want to be there to support her. Something like that. I'm just saying something. But you want to explain a little bit so as to convince them as to why you really want to see this family member. Why is it that you're inseparable? Why is it that you want to see this person? Is it that you haven't seen them in a long while? Is it that they are achieving something great and you want to be there for them? You have to kind of elaborate to motivate them to give you this visa. But in doing this, you do not want to say too much to kind of raise any flags. So just keep it simple and to the point. After this, it is now time to talk about their living situation or their status. So you say something like, my cousin, before I continue, I forgot to mention that you want to state the person's name in the letter that you're visiting. So the part where you stated that the purpose of this visit is to see my parents, for example, you put their name, and I like to be extra by adding their passport number as well. So for example, the purpose of this visit is to see my cousin Sarah Brown, passport number XYZ, something like that. And then you start to elaborate. So you just insert what I just explained. After that, it is now time to mention their status or talk a little about their family situation. So you put something like, my cousin lives in Calgary with her spouse. She is a manager at CIBC for 3 years, and her spouse is a construction worker at X company for 5 years. Her email address is, and you insert the email address, and her phone number is, and you insert that information. After that, it is now time to describe your situation, where you will be staying, your finances, everything like that. So for example, during this visit, I will be staying with my cousin and her family at this address, and please give the full address. So you give the street number, the name of the street. If there's an apartment, you give the apartment number. You give the city, you give the province, and you give the postal code. That's how I usually do it. After you've done that, then I like to say my attached bank statement shows the acquired funds thus far. Note that you want to put this word. So it indicates that you will be getting, or there's a possibility of getting more money, but this is what you have acquired thus far to date. So this is the funds that my attached bank statement shows the acquired funds thus far of approximately. It is very important, guys, that you put the word approximately, because remember that the exchange rate fluctuates. So the amount that you put now, 2 seconds later, it can show a different amount. And I like to round off my money as well, so I don't give exact figures. So for example, I don't say $2,351.42. I kind of like to say $2,300 because I did say approximately. But if you want to omit the word approximately and just put the exact figure when you convert it, you can, but it just covers your back a bit in terms of they know that you're not lying because you did give an approximation of the money that you have. So thus far of approximately 2,500 Canadian dollars. And I use the figure 2,500 Canadian dollars because in my opinion, I feel like this is between 2,300 and 2,500. I feel like that's a reasonable amount that you can have if you put on your application that you are spending 2 weeks. That's a reasonable amount to get your visa approved. If you are under that, personally, as I said, others might say they've used less than that and they still got through. I would love to hear the stories in the comment section, but this is what I have been encouraging people to have, at least this amount, so that they cannot say you're not financially stable. Obviously, if you are depending on somebody to say, for example, buy your ticket or this person will cover the trip, that's a different story and you have to explain that in your letter. But for this letter, we're writing on the basis that you have the money and the money is yours. And so 2,000, between 2,300 and 2,500, that's a reasonable amount that you should have for your Canada visitor visa. And then after you state the amount, you mention that this will be used to cover my flight, for example. Or you can put that this will be used to cover my flight and my food. Or you can just say flight, because if you're staying with a family member, naturally they're going to cover food. Probably, who knows? They're going to cover food and accommodation. You can also explicitly state that you will cover your flight and they will cover food and accommodation. Or you can state that you will cover flight and food and they will cover accommodation. Or you can simply just say you have $2,300 or $2,500 to cover your flight. You don't want to explain too much and then put yourself in a position that you can't really take yourself out of. It is now time to convince them that you will return home. So I like to put after that, at the end of my visit, I will be returning home to my spouse or to my family members, or if you want to list out the family members, to my sons, to my mom, to my parents, whatever it is, you can list that. You can also state that you're going to return home to your, let's say, your family, your job, and whatever other project you have going on in the country, or you're going to return home to your children, or you're going to return home to your children and your job. Whatever it is that you're going to return home to, or whoever it is, you just put that in at that part of the letter. And then this part, you simply put, please see attached copies of my supporting documents such as bank statement, employment letter, marriage certificate, birth certificate, whatever supporting documents that you have for your application. You can list out a few. You don't have to list all of them, but I especially list those that are relevant to the letter. So in the letter, I spoke about my financial situation. So I put that I will be listing bank statement. I will also be showing job letter, and I will also be showing birth certificate since I'm visiting a cousin. Or if you're visiting your spouse, you put that you will attach photos of you and your spouse, or you will attach whatever it is that you can prove, marriage certificate or a lease agreement, anything that can prove the relationship, or basically anything that you have discussed or touched on in the letter. You can kind of hint at or mention at that part of the letter that you have these supporting documents attached. And then after that, you put, should you require further information about me or my inviter, please feel free to contact me at, and then you insert your email address and or your phone number. Then after that, thank you in advance for considering my application. You skip a line, and now it's time to put yours truly, yours sincerely, however it is that you usually close your letter. And then you put your name, your full name, and then just below that you put, or you insert the line to attach your signature, because you have to sign the letter. It's a letter, so you have to sign it, right? That is it. That's how you will write your letter of explanation for a Canada visitor visa. It's pretty much the same for an invitation letter for a Canada visitor visa. Obviously, you're going to tweak it and speak in third person, or if the person who is writing the letter would have to speak in first person because they are inviting, right? So they mention, I will be inviting this person for this purpose. So basically both letters will look the same. It's just that they will see that this person is inviting and this person is being invited. So you can just tweak the letter to reflect that. I wanted to put both letters in one video, but right now as I speak, I have like 5 minutes left before the video cuts. Like, I don't have enough space on my device. So I may have to do that in another video, or I just upload it as a short, because it's basically the same as this one here. So guys, I hope that you have learned something. I hope that this video will help somebody, because people have always been asking me to do this video. I'm so sorry that I took so long, but thank you guys for your patience. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for riding with me. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Catch y'all in another upload. Bye.